From Trenchtown to global legend before the dreadlocks, before the anthems of freedom, before becoming a global icon, there was just a young man from Jamaica with a dream. This is the story of Bob Marley, not just the legend, but the man. In today's video, we're diving deep into the incredible lifestyle of Bob Marley, from humble beginnings to international stardom, spiritual devotion, and a legacy that still echoes around the world. Robert Nesta Marley was born on February 6, 1945, in 9 Mile, a rural village in the parish of St. in Jamaica. His mother, said Ella Booker, was only 18 years old. His father, Norval Marley, was a white British naval officer who had little presence in Bob's life. Young Bob faced rejection from both black and white communities due to his mixed heritage. At the age of 12, he moved with his mother to the Kingston ghetto of Trenchtown, a gritty, tough neighborhood known for poverty, but also rich in music and culture. Trenchtown was where Marley was exposed to ska, rocksteady, and the rhythms that would eventually inspire reggae. It was also where he met key figures like Bunny Wailer and Peter Tosh, and where the Wailers were born. Bob's career didn't take off overnight. In the early 1960s, the Wailers struggled to break into the music scene. But by the late 60s and early 70s, their sound evolved. Marley's lyrics, heavily influenced by his Rastafarian beliefs and social struggles, began to catch fire. Albums like Catch a Fire, Burnin', and Natty Dread put the Wailers and Marley on the international map. His music wasn't just about catchy rhythms. It was revolutionary, spiritual, and unapologetically political. As Marley rose to fame, his lifestyle began to reflect his philosophies: peace, unity, simplicity, and a deep connection to Africa. Bob Marley wasn't your typical celebrity. Even after becoming one of the most famous musicians on the planet, his lifestyle remained rooted in his beliefs. Marley's main residence was at 56 Hope Road in Kingston, a place that became a community hub. Friends, family, musicians, Rastas, and political leaders all flowed through the compound. Today, it's the Bob Marley Museum. He was also a huge football fan. If he wasn't recording or touring, you'd likely find him playing a pickup game of soccer, barefoot on the lawn. Marley was a devout Rastafarian. He didn't just grow dreadlocks for style, they were a spiritual commitment. He abstained from alcohol, ate an ital diet, natural and plant-based, and used ganja as a sacred herb for meditation and connection with Jah God. Bob fathered at least 11 children with different women, including famous names like Ziggy and Damian Marley, who carried on his musical legacy. Though his relationships were complex, he remained deeply connected to his children. Despite his fame, Marley wasn't into luxury. He preferred natural surroundings over material things, always barefoot or in simple clothing. His message was clear: wealth is not in gold, but in the soul. Bob Marley's influence reached far beyond music. He was a unifier in a divided Jamaica. In 1978, during a time of intense political violence, Marley famously brought together rival politicians Michael Manley and Edward Seager on stage, a moment that symbolized hope for an entire nation. He was more than a musician. He was a freedom fighter with a guitar. His songs like Get Up, Stand Up, Redemption Song, and War became anthems for movements around the world. But with fame and activism came danger. In 1976, gunmen stormed his home and shot Marley. He survived and performed just 2 days later, bandaged but unshaken. In 1977, a dark turn came. Bob injured his toe while playing soccer, and what seemed minor turned out to be a malignant melanoma, a form of cancer. Marley refused to amputate the toe, believing it would go against his spiritual beliefs. As his health declined, he continued to tour, record, and spread his message. His final concert took place in Pittsburgh in 1980, a powerful show by a man who already knew his time was short. Bob Marley passed away on May 11, 1981, at just 36 years old. His final words to his son Ziggy were, "Money can't buy life." Bob Marley left behind more than music. He left a movement. Today, statues of Marley stand around the world. His face adorns murals, flags, and t-shirts. His children continue his work in music, philanthropy, and culture. His lifestyle, humble, spiritual, and revolutionary, is still an inspiration to millions. Marley didn't just live for himself. He lived for the people, the oppressed, and the dreamers. Whether you're jamming to One Love or reading about his impact on African politics, one thing remains true. Bob Marley was not just a man. He was a messenger. And though he's gone, his voice continues to chant down Babylon. And that's a wrap on today's deep dive into the life of Bob Marley. If you enjoyed this video and want more behind-the-scenes stories about your favorite stars, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a drop. Got a celebrity you want us to cover next? Drop their name in the comments. We might feature your pick in the next episode. Until next time, this is Clip Maniac, where the spotlight never fades.